Hello, folks. Very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whom are watching a different time period. I literally welcome you all to this another video session. So probably we will be having a discussion regarding basic attackers or the actors by Russian SVR-linked APT29 continued to aim at JetBrains TeamCity servers. Okay, so this is the main concept of our discussion. Probably we'll be having a discussion on what is supply chain attack and how actually it works, and what kind of surface reduction we can take, and basic recommendation and prevention measures which we can take for this kind of attack surface. Okay, so I hope you will be staying with me till the end and get an point of how actually the things have been going, how actually the surface looks like, and everything we'll be discussing in details. I hope you will definitely enjoy the session. So if you're new, please do a subscription. So basically, let us discuss about what's actually supply chain attack is and how actually it and different key concepts of this. So when we discuss about the supply chain attack is a type of cyber attack that basically targets the vulnerability in a supply chain, okay, with a goal of compromising the final product or service delivered to an end user. Okay, instead of directly targeting, okay, a specific set of institutional organization, the actor focuses on infiltrating and exploiting the suppliers, or we can even say the service providers, okay, connected to the target. Okay, this approach allows the actor to leverage the trust, okay, established between the targeted organization and also the supplier to introduce the malicious element into the supply chain. Okay, so here are the some key basic aspect of supply chain attacks, and where one is attack vectors. So what is this attack vectors? So when we discuss about this software and hardware, so malicious code can be inserted into software or even frames during the developmental process. Okay, then after, hardware components may be compromised during the manufacturing. Okay, so service providers basically comes with under that, and cyber criminals may target service provider such as cloud service provider, or eventually we can even say managed service providers, okay, to basic to for gaining a basic understanding or access to the networks, or even we can say multiple clients. Okay, next is goals of supply chain attack. What is the different goals basically they inculcate with such a kind of supply chain attack? One is data theft. What is data theft? So basically here what happens is that access of sensitive data, intellectual properties, and customer information, one of the prior tasks basically comes under this. Then after description, disrupt the business operations, which eventually making or leading to a financial losses. Espionage, gaining access to classified or confidential information, that comes under this. And sabotage is to introduce a vulnerability or malicious code to damage the systems. Okay, so notable examples are the just like in 2017 what happened is NotPay ransomware attack targeted the Ukraine accounting software MeDocs, and the malware which basically spreads corrupts the software updates, okay, affecting the numerous organizations worldwide. And the SolarWind supply chain attack in 2020 basically involved compromising the software updates and the mechanism of the SolarWinds, okay, Orient platform, which basically leading to the compromise of thousands of organizations, and it eventually includes government agencies as well. Mitigation strategy. What kind of mitigation strategy we can take is that vendor management. So carefully yet and monitor third party suppliers and the service providers, code and component integrity. So implementing whenever we when we start implementing new security tools or security components or security manufactured devices, then take certain measures to ensure the integrity or of the code and the components thoroughly the supply chain. Incident response planning. Definitely, this plays a very crucial task in the in monitoring, because develop and regular test incident response plan to quickly identify and also to mitigate the supply chain attack. Security audits is very regular, because conducting regular security audits for suppliers and service providers is one of the basic example, or we can say mitigation strategy we can eventually follow. So supply chain attack can have a far reaching consequences, and it also affecting multiple organizations and their customers as well. So it basically results organizations need to implement robust security measures and continuously monitor the assets and security of their basic supply chains. So when we discuss about the exact surface of this, here what actually happened is the three actor affiliated with Russian Foreign Intelligence Services, eventually you can say SVR. तो basically either actually ना क्या हुआ था कि have a targeted unpatched JetBrain Team Cities server in widespread attack since September 2023. Okay, the activity has been tied to a nation state group known as APT29, which is also tracked as Blue Barvo, okay, Jack Urvis, Cross Beer, Midnight Blazer, okay, and the Dukes. So it is notable for the supply chain attack targeting SolarWinds in customer 2020, which I have already said, right? Though SVR has, however, have been upgraded using this initial access gleaned by exploiting the TeamCity CVE to escalate or escalate escalate its privileges, move laterally, develop additional backdoors, and take our steps to ensure such a kind of persistent long-term access to compromised network environments. Okay, here what actually happened is the cybersecurity agency from Poland and the UK and the US said the vulnerability in question is just like CVE 2023-42793 with a threat score of 9.8, a critical security flaws that basically would weaponized by unauthorized attackers could basically achieve the remote code execution on affected systems. It has since come under active exploitation by hacking screw, and which basically includes the associated with North Korea for malware delivery. So here what actually happened is the team city exploitation basically usually resulted in code execution and with a high privilege granting the SVR on advantageous foothold in the network environment, and basically as per the agency's noted. Okay, if we know if a compromised access to team city server would would provide malicious actor with access to that software developer source code, signing certificates, and basically the ability to subvert the software completion and also the developmental processes. Okay, SE is a malware or malicious actor would eventually further use the conduct supply chain operations. A successful initial access is typical, followed by reconnaissance, privilege escalation, lateral movement, and data exfiltration, because one of the key component of cyber kill chain also we can say. Okay, so while simultaneously taking steps to evade the detection and also using in a open source tool called EDR Sandblast. Okay, the end goal of attack is to deploy a backdoor code named graphical proton that functions as a loader to deliver the additional payloads. Okay, here what actually happened is the graphical photon, okay, which is eventually known as Vaporage, leverages OneDrive as a primary command and control communication channel, and with a backdoor trait. Okay, this as a fall named or fallback mechanism. Okay, it has been put to the use by the threat actor as a part of an ongoing campaign dubbed diplomatic arbiter, and a single out diplomatic agencies across the world. So as many as 100 devices located in US, Europe, Asia, Australia are said to be or have been compromised as a result of what's suspected by the optimistic attackers. And the target of the campaign basically includes an energy trade association, firms and software for billing, medical devices, customer care, employee monitoring, financial management, marketing, sales, and video gaming, as well as hosting the companies into tools that manufacture on the small and large scale enterprise. Okay, the disclosure basically comes as Microsoft reveals Russian multi-spionage assault on Ukraine agricultural sector between June and September 2023 to penetrate network, exfiltrate the data, and also deploy destructive malware such as SAPwire. Okay, So the intrusion have been tried being to two nations groups, okay, basically, which has been displayed here. And probably, right, here what actually happened is the supply chain attack surface has been initiated, um, through which the attacker gets the privileged access to different consoles, and get the compromisation of their accounts. Okay, so here one of the key components they basically used is defender, which basically has a second stage of initiating or suspecting the behavior. And in reality, install our tor services, or we can say the susceptible remote access. Okay, so these are the steps we can take for further scrutinizing, for further analyzing, and making the robust technological innovations whenever a security attacks comes on our role radar. Okay, so this is for today's analysis, folks. I hope this is very fast, and probably we will be having a session soon in Hindi as well. So I hope you will be getting the details about that as soon as possible once I start uploading the videos in Hindi as well.